Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have for you an open box video as well as some Crackout stuff to come later. All right, that's what they call a tease. And I've never been called a tease before, but I will show you some nice coins. 1907, $5 gold piece. I sent this guy in. It was, of course, a coin that we got in raw. And I really liked the overall look of the coin. You see a lot of $5 gold pieces from this era in low mint state, so MS 60, 61, 62, and oftentimes they have a ton of scuffing to them. This came back as 63. Kind of a fun coin if you're doing a typeset, by the way. Not very many Denver Mint gold coins, just as an FYI. Denver Mint was not around for the time period of when most of the gold coins were being produced. So, you know, they're kind of a Johnny-come-lately in some ways. So this coin has, you know, you've got your scuffs up in the field and whatnot, but, you know, the bigger open spaces were very clean overall. And so I thought we'd get a 3 out of it, and we did. You know, retail's probably $800 or $900 on a coin like that. Really lovely coin. Lower grade 60, 61, 62 coins are 5, 6, 7. You know, they're kind of all over the place. Next up, I had a 1916D. I actually had an album come in full of old Mercury dimes, and this Mercury dime, of course, the 16D is the toughie. And this Mercury dime looks like almost every 16D I've ever had. And it came back the same grade as almost every 16D I've ever had. So, you know, one of these days I'll get a real nice good 4, but until then, I got an AG3. And, you know, the 16Ds, actually both the Mercs and the Walkers, are some of the few coin series where you can get a nice good with actually having a full rim. They actually allow, based on the national grading standards, to have some of the lettering worn off. Now, what you want is like kind of where you see the word 1, and there's a little bit of lettering worn off, but you don't want to see where America is half gone. Right? If you can get to where all the lettering looks a little bit like the word 1, where you're just getting into the edge of the lettering a little bit, you can get a good 4 on a coin like this. Retail on those guys, I think, is still in that $800 range ballpark. This is unfortunate. It's a brand new holder, and not good. This 1921 piece dollar, really lovely piece. And I'm still trying to figure this one out exactly. I like the coin as a nice unk coin, and I really need to get underneath kind of an incandescent bulb. I really like those the best, actually. But overall, you know, my evaluation at first of this coin was uncirculated. The luster is complete on this coin, but then on the reverse of the coin, we've got, it's hard to put your finger on it exactly, but you can kind of see some of these sideway lines. I'm looking at, there's a couple of lines that just are running across the horizon here in front of the rays under the U. So they called it Unk Details reverse cleaned, which bravo. I mean, I like it when they tell me that there's two sides of the coin and they actually grade differently, and they actually mention, hey, the reverse has something going on. And so I think when I get at a certain angle like this, it just goes kind of dark on me. Whereas on this coin, you know, at different angles, you see I'm still getting the luster. Even at the sharper angles, I'm getting the luster. And on this coin, at the sharper angles, it's just just kind of dull. Like when I see this side, I'm like, hey, yeah, party. And then I think of that guy, and who's that, right? So party on one side. This is the mullet of coins, maybe, but probably going to leave that one lie and let it go. Next up, this is a fun coin, folks. $50 lovers, and also for those of you who'd like some of that 19th century grit and difficult coins to get. You know, here's a coin that's going to have mostly worn down. Like most of the design is gone. You've got elements in the recesses that are still there that you can still see pretty well. And there it is. Nice little CC on this guy. So 72 Carson City, $50. These guys they made just over $250,000 of, and tough coin in any grade. So for those of you who are very passionate about Carson Cities or trying to do a seeded $50 collection, welcome aboard. I feel your pain. Good luck. And trying to find this coin, it's what's the old saying? It's like a tooth's hen. Finding I said a tooth's hen. I think the term was a hen's tooth. Anyways, finer than frog hair, something like that. VG8, nice coin, nice even wear. Has a little bit of that nice kind of just steely gray color to it. Very, very tough coin to find certified. Lower grade coins oftentimes have problems to them. You know, some type of cleaning. I really enjoy the originality of this piece. Probably $600 or $700 coin in the marketplace. You know, I don't see those very, very often. Next up, we get to do some Crackout stuff, guys and boys and girls. And as always, do not try this at home. This is a coin that some of you have seen in the past, and you may recall. I actually have a second coin to show you that I cracked out with this submission. So this 1831 dime that was graded by ICG MS63. And I had looked at quite a few different 1800s dimes at a show. I was trying to do some compare and contrast with the one that I had to see exactly what I thought of it, what I should think of it, and you know, to use a kind of strange coin term, I felt like the coin was all there. You know, it's got a real nice overall appearance to it. To me, it is the typical type of coin from that time period that you would find. It didn't have hairlines or brush lines to it. It didn't look too bright. I had luster at every angle. And NGC did not agree with that. Unk details cleaned. And I'm just, you know, I need to point out sometimes, you know, there's lots of grades that come back that I do agree with, so don't get on me too hard yet. And I think that, you know, I still think that overall this is a very nice, attractive coin, and I might just have to do something stupid like send it in to PCGS next. I'm focusing in on the date here because look at the way this is like on top of more lettering. I don't know what type of varieties they have on these guys, but they probably have a lot of little varieties. If it's like a lot of early American coinage, you know, you've got lots of little varieties to them. You know, and right here, if you look like on her jawline, there's some lines there. That is a clash die that will line up with those shield lines on the back. You know, I like this coin, and so we'll see. I'll see what I do. Speaking of doing stupid stuff, 1935S MS63. So I just got done looking at a customer's collection of peace dollars, and he's got a lot of nice stuff. And so I got to see a bunch of nicely graded peace dollars. And so this I had bought in a Rattler. So this coin has all kinds of weird jumps to it, right? So 35S, nice grade. So, you know, as gray sheep flies, you know, a 63, which is the holder it was in, is less than $500. 64 is close to $800. 65 is $1,200. This coin I actually bought as a 64, basically. And I still like this coin all day long as at least a 4. This one is harder for me to swallow than this one. I can understand as I look at this that you think, well, that's just too bright, or that's got, you know, not enough luster here or whatever, but you know, I still like it. This one is a little bit more of a head scratcher for me. You know, give me something on the coin that is very detrimental to give me that 63. And you've got, you know, you've got some marks up there underneath the L and U and pluribus, but I mean, the reality is that the rest of this coin has the look that you want for a high-grade peace dollar. I have found peace dollars to be a little bit more frustrating than some series when it comes to me getting them certified and trying to figure out, exactly what they are looking at. Especially when I see a lot of certified peace dollars, and I look, and there's lots of coins that I see graded, that I think that's I wouldn't have graded that high. And then I see a coin like this, which I think is really nice. I'm not saying it's a 66 or anything, but I do think it's a 65. And boy, that's a stupid thing to say on camera, but nothing new for me to do besides say stupid stuff on camera. So I may have to play with these again. And a term which here means crack them and send them in to somebody else to look at. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. You can leave your comments down below. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.